Hi, this is Sharon Pope. I am the love and relationship coach for women who want more, and this is Ask Me Anything. I get a lot of communication from women all around the world about narcissism and about the men in their lives that have hurt them. Now, I don't know if we have bred an entire generation of narcissists, or if the term gets thrown around a bit too loosely. Or maybe we just have a lot more access to information now than we did years ago, and so now we have a name to put on that incredibly painful behavior when you're in a relationship with a narcissist. But either way, there's a lot of pain being doled out by narcissists out there. And if you are on the receiving end, then I have some tips for you on things that you need to think about and what you need to do in order to recover from your relationship with a narcissist. So the very first thing is perhaps the narcissist told you that all the problems in the relationship were your fault. And maybe you even believed him for a little bit. It's not true. Okay? It takes two people to create the problems in the relationship. And it's been my experience that the people who are with narcissists try everything that they can, bending over backwards to try to make him happy, to try to make what they're giving inside of the relationship enough. And somehow it never is. So when that thought creeps into your mind that it was all your fault and maybe you could have done something different or been someone better, I want you to stop and ask yourself if that's really, really true. Because if I'm a betting woman, and sometimes I am, my bet is that's not true. It couldn't have all been your fault. The second thing I will tell you is that many times narcissists get involved with, let's call it, people with a bit of a romantic outlook on life. Those are the women that are used to putting up with a little bit more than maybe other women. But the other thing about us romantics is that we like to see people as they could be, as opposed to who they actually are. And so there were certainly some things that we overlooked or allowed inside of that relationship that we shouldn't have. And when we can own our piece of that, when we can own that, and we can say, you know what, I put him on this proverbial pedestal, and maybe he didn't deserve that. And maybe I saw him for who I thought he could become, or who he was capable of becoming, but not who he really was. My very favorite quote is from Dr. Maya Angelou that says, when someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. And us romantics sometimes have to learn that lesson the hard way. So own that piece of it and make a commitment to yourself that in the future, you're going to see people as they really are, and not how you want them to be or how they could be. The last piece is you're going to want closure, but you are not going to get it from a narcissist. He's not going to be able to explain it to you in a way that you're going to be able to hear it, because he's not in touch with why he does what he does or why he makes the decisions he does. Most of the thoughts going on in his mind are around justifying why he does what he does. So you really have to release your need for any kind of what you and I would call healthy closure. But the healthy closure from you that you absolutely can control. And I want you to hear me on this, because I have seen this way more times than I care to even try to count. And that's that The place where a lot of women that come out of really painful relationships with narcissists get stuck is they get stuck in the research mode. There's so much information out there about narcissism right now that you can just submerge yourself in it. And it's helpful to a point because it helps you to realize that you're not crazy, that it wasn't all your fault, and that narcissism is in fact a very serious and damaging disorder. So once you have that information, you've squeezed the juice from that lime. The problem where people get caught is they stay in research mode for weeks, for months, for years, reading everything that they possibly can around narcissism. And that keeps you stuck. It's good to know that it wasn't all you. It's good to know that you weren't crazy. It's good to know that you were involved with someone that had a very serious disorder and that that was brutal to your soul. But after that, all that research is just keeping you stuck. So let it go, please. I hope that this has been helpful for you. I know how painful it is to try to recover from a relationship with a narcissist. It's not like a normal breakup, and it's not a normal recovery, because it's not a normal relationship. You could not love him enough to either make him happy or to change him. It is a disorder, and there is no cure. So I hope that this has been helpful for you. If it is, please give this video a like and be sure to subscribe because I come out with new content every single week. Please be well.